So today we learned so most of my classes at school were pretty boring today, except for like the second period, because I've mentioned that like on the first period on these days I have like a free period for my first period. But today we learned about like the what was it called? Crap, I should be remembering this. The the something ethals that started with a P, and another thing, the Neanderthals, like Mesopotamia, kind of like that's where they started their first civilizations. Q for the Skywars coins, which I don't even need to use. Well, I guess I do need them still, because I'm trying to collect like every single Skywars kit, but like, I don't know. I should be remembering this, I don't know why I'm not, but the Neanderthals were like when they first developed like tools and like civilization, and we had to like do these like stations or whatever where we had to learn about them, and they were brutal, absolutely brutal. Like, if you were to like slap your father, you'd get your hand cut off. That's how brutal it was. And like, if you were to like accuse someone of something, they wouldn't do an investigation or anything. They would literally just throw that person into the river. They would just throw the person into the river, and then it's like kind of like how you do witches, you know. It would be that if they sink, then if the person you accused it of sinks, then you get to keep their house. And if they're able to not sink, then they get your house. And like tons of it ended in death. Like if you were to like or alright, let me see. If a nun were to to just walk into a bar, if a nun were to walk into a bar, then she would be burned at the stake. And if I'm sorry, it's just too funny. If a father, like the man of a house, the husband, the father or whatever, if he were not able to pay his taxes or whatever, or rent or whatever the crap that they had to pay, then he would have to sell one or more family members into slavery. It was like that, or he had to die. It's just so awful. It's like the most brutal way to live. You thought that like the Dark Ages or like the Plague were brutal. You haven't heard of the Neanderthals. They say that like people get more corrupted as time goes on, but no, this is different. Like today, if you're like to get your phone taken away for using it, we call that brutal. But like back then, it was quite a bit more brutal. Wait. Oh, it hit. What the crap? I'm inside of the walls, and he just... What the heck just happened? What just happened? Okay, that was confusing, but anyways, like, so apparently, for like, I don't know, a million years, or maybe it's just a couple thousand years, it was just I want to say, it was Paleothens or something like that, because there was the Neanderthals and the Paleoanderthals or something, something like that. And they were like nomads. They would just go from place to place, and they just never stopped that for like thousands of years, just moving. Oh, this dude's trying to get to mid. Alright, let's put him out of his misery, huh? Oh, bye-bye. Gosh, even with the slag. Last night, or in my last video, I'd said that I might need to, like, every time I'm playing to just, like, switch whichever channel the Wi-Fi's on, and also my DNS servers. And I did that last night, and I started playing, like, after my video. And it was actually pretty decent. So yeah. So that's like all I have to talk about for like the current school that I go to. And I'm like bored. I need to complain about something, you know. You have to complain to get by. That's just how life works. So I'm thinking that for this video I might complain about like previous school stories. But like all throughout different levels, so like elementary, the middle school, and then the high school, but like before sophomore year, like just the freshman year. So here I am complaining about elementary school. Now I've actually gone to like 3 different elementary schools, and 4 different ones if you count preschool, because like the preschool I went to was like an official one. There are never any official preschools. It's just like a preschool that a parent will be hosting. The one I went to was actually like an official one, like built into the school building for an elementary school. So like preschool was actually like fun. I don't know why. It's like most school just sucks, but preschool, it was just amazing. Gosh, why is nobody on Skyward? What? What do you mean 5 people? Oh, they're on 1v1s. But like, what is this? Oh, not you. So anyways, there was like, back in 2 of the elementary schools I went to, or I guess just 1 in preschool, it was like, there was this like rug, right? Like this square rug with a bunch of smaller squares, or whatever. And like you'd go and you'd sit down on the rug for like group time or something like that. I don't know. But like that's how you would do stuff, and that was actually kind of like fun, cause like, crap. Oh, so close. But anyways, so if you were to like, or no, not if you, oh gosh, I'm just so tired. I was stuck talking about the Neanderthals. Anyways, but like, you would go and you would like, it was forever ago, it was like 10 years ago, which is surprising, but also not surprising, but like, you'd go there and then, you'd like sit down, and then group time would start. But like, or what? Well, like you do a little bit of work, but then group time would happen where you'd just like go there and then answer questions on the board instead of sitting at your desk for it. And then you'd like, oh gosh. There we go. You would like have to bring home lunches because it was like preschool. They didn't have the school lunches for you there. So that's like the only time other than now when I would ever do like home lunches. And I think maybe I had to do home lunches in kindergarten. Oh. No. Oh gosh. I shouldn't have used that pearl so carelessly. But anyways. So, like, you'd go and you'd have the group time, you'd have the lunch, and you'd just, like, go home. And preschool's, like, actually fun. You'd be learning, like, ABC, 1, 2, 3, every single day, and that's it. And, like, for only half of a school day. So, you know, it was, like, fun and easy. It was amazing. Like, I'd rather go to preschool than just stay home sometimes, because, like, staying home is just boring. But then there's preschool. Preschool's amazing. So, yeah, oh gosh. I'm not ever used to bridging on this map. Or... What? Excuse me? Excuse me? What is happening? Oh, he pearled. That makes a bit more sense. But anyways, then after preschool, I had kindergarten. Obviously, I don't know why I had to specify that. I don't know, but kindergarten was actually also pretty fun. It was also really confusing for me because, like, in preschool we had to sing like the Pledge of Allegiance, or no, we didn't even have to do that at all. But then all of a sudden we get to kindergarten, and then we're just like doing the national anthem for kindergarten at that school. I don't know why, but kindergartners would have to do the national anthem. I'm so good at this. Pure skill there. Anyways, so like, it was also half day, and I would have to go there, well, like the second half of the day, because that's what that school used to do. They stopped doing it like a couple years after. But anyways, you would like, go there, and you'd I'm sorry, I'm so tired right now. It was like, we still learned, like, we like relearned all the exact same stuff. Wait, what? Oh gosh, I really need to fix this lag. So anyways, it's like, you would go there, you'd learn the exact same stuff, but after doing like the national anthem, which I'm gonna be honest, I still don't even have it memorized. It's just too long. Like, how am I supposed to like learn that in one day as a preschooler? Sorry, I was interrupted by my sister. Oh, wait, was that not minor fatigue? That looks like it. Anyways, sorry. Oh gosh, and I've lost my train of thought again. So you'd, like, how is a kindergartner supposed to, like, memorize all that? And we also had to, like, learn it in, like, one day. Oh, great. This is amazing. I guess I could just do his strategy, which is actually pretty annoying. Yeah, crap, it's gonna make me, like, leave the game and get back in. Sorry. It always does that whenever I, like, it'll like, bug the chests out, and I have to leave the game and get back in. So anyways, oh, you've got to be kidding me. Okay, good. So, we do that, and we always read, like, those books, like, most of my viewers probably don't know about this, because most of my viewers right now are, like, from different countries, and, like, too young to know about this, or too old, maybe. I don't know. But it's, like, there were these certain children's books that I, like, absolutely loved. It was, like, there was one where it was, like, this elephant and this pig, and it was called, like, Gerald and Piggy. If you remember that, then you're amazing. But, like, it was, like, all their random adventures that were used to, like, teach little kids stuff, but they were, like, amazing. Just Elephant and Piggy. It sounds stupid, but it was actually, like, amazing. And then there was also, like, Pete the Cat. I don't mean Pete the Cat from Mickey Mouse. I mean, like, this one dude. It was, like, this world where everyone's like a cat, and they would stand upright. And then, like, they would have all these adventures together, and it was, like, really fun. And he was always, like, skateboarding around, from what I could remember. I don't know. It's been, like, 10 years since I've, like, seen that, too. And then there was also, what was it? It was, like, this pigeon one. There was this, like, pigeon book series of this stupid pigeon doing stupid stuff, and then there was this, like, small duck that would do stuff with it. I don't know. It was, like, there was stupidest stuff, but it was always fun. There was also this one called, like, Knuffle Bunny or something like that, where this, like, girl gets this, like, bunny stuffed animal and does something with it. I don't remember anything from it, but I, like, almost exactly remember, like, part 2 to it. There were only, like, 2 of them, but in part 2, there's this new girl at school who also has a Knuffle Bunny, but she calls it Knuffle Bunny because there's a K at the beginning, and they get mad at each other, and then the teacher takes the Knuffle Bunnies and puts them on top of the shelf because all the teachers get mad at them. And then at the end, they get the Knuffle Bunnies switched. Bum, bum, bum. And then they, like, in the middle of the night, she, like, goes into her parents' room. She just bursts in there crying. She's like, "This isn't my Knuffle Bunny!" And then they literally run outside with a flashlight. The parents and the daughter, for some reason, they run outside with a flashlight, looking everywhere, on every street in the city for the Knuffle Bunny. And then the new girl, she woke up like that too, and her parents also, just for some reason, were like, "Alright, let's go find your Knuffle Bunny, that's the most important thing in the world." And then all of a sudden they just meet up, all while running, and they're like, "Hey, that's my Knuffle Bunny, that's my Knuffle Bunny," and then just switch it, and then they're best friends forever. Because that's how everything worked when you were in, like, preschool, kindergarten area. Everyone was just friends. It was amazing. Oh gosh. So then, well, I'm pretty sure that's, like, all the book series that I remember. But they were all amazing. I mean, for, like, a year after that, I so badly had wanted a Knuffle Bunny because of the books. Turns out Knuffle Bunnies are not real. But I wanted one. And let's be honest, I think we could all use Knuffle Bunnies. Knuffle Bunnies are amazing. Let's go. I got every single kill in that match. Oh gosh, every team is full right now. There's a Mario, I need that skin. I need all of these skins. I'm a skinwalker. Anyways. So we go and then I'm in first grade, which I don't remember, like, anything from first and second grade, but apparently, according to my parents and my older brother, because he went to the same school, I was an absolute nightmare when it got to those grades. And because, like, I had gained popularity in kindergarten by, like, telling the teacher and all the other students that my name was Lloyd, because I was super obsessed with Lego Ninjago, and I had the entire school convinced that my name was Lloyd. Oh, great. That's yellow. That's where all of the good people are gonna be. So anyways, I had gained popularity from that, and then I was like hanging out with the popular kids in first grade. You know, we were the ones bottle flipping in the lunchroom and telling each other the jokes on the milk cartons, which the jokes on the Truman things actually used to be good. In fact, you could go onto their website and like request for one to be made, and then they would put it on there. And one time my brother actually got one on there, and we saw it on there like 2 days later. So anyways, I was like an absolute nightmare because I was that like popular kind of kid. I would like I don't remember like anything I would do, but according to my family, I went into the bathroom and there was this 5th grader washing his hands, and then I punched him in the face and called him a nerd because he was wearing glasses. And the funny thing now is that I'm a nerd and I wear glasses, so I think the universe was like, unacceptable, punishment time, and like literally made me into everything that I feared. Or everything that I punched, I guess. I don't know. So, yeah, now I'm a nerd and I wear glasses, probably because of that, you know, karma. So, yeah, I was a pretty nasty kid, and then, I remember at this school we would learn German as a second language. And there were like these really fun songs that we'd learn to sing in German, like, 99 Red Balloons. That one was really popular when it came out. And then there was also like this one where it showed like different people, different made-up characters for it, and like their different colors of clothes and their different colors of houses and stuff to like teach colors in German. And then there was this one where it was like this duck, I think. I don't know. They were really fun though. And there was also this one that I still kind of remember, like the first little bit of it in German. And I actually remember what it was called. I think it was called Und ich flieg. But it was like a song about, to teach like lots of random stuff. And it's like, I can kind of sing it in English. What? I hate how older people just so easily block clutch. But I can't even do it in the training thing for it. One down, more to go. No, okay, close though. I was close. So anyways, it's like, it starts out saying like, it's like, I fly like an airplane, and I'm strong like a tiger. I think it was to build self-confidence also. But it like said like so many different animals and stuff that I can't remember most of them, but I do remember like the very first part still in German. It was like, Und ich flieg, flieg, flieg wie ein Flieger, bin so stark, stark, stark wie ein Tiger. I don't know. That's like the first part. I don't remember like any other parts, but there was like this fun part at the end, kind of, I don't know, like this chorus. And then we actually celebrated Krampus. Bye-bye. Well, not celebrate. I don't know. I think that we said that Krampus is how they say Santa Claus in German, but I'm pretty sure it was like Noel is how they say it. I don't know. And we would do like their tradition of like putting the boots under the tree every Christmas time at the German school. But then I got kicked out at 3rd grade because my parents thought that I was still being a brat, but I wasn't. They had told me to stop, and I had stopped hanging out with bratty kids. I had been nice, but one of the kids, he wasn't a brat, but he was friends with the brats, and they thought he was a brat because of that. So then they pulled me out of that school away from all of my friends. I didn't. There we go. Oh my gosh, every time, right as I go to click, it just disappears. So anyways, And they also held me back by 1 grade. So I should actually be a junior right now, but I'm a sophomore now. Oh, there goes red bed. That's good. Didn't exactly like the red bed. It's just so perfect when nobody's at their bed. Wait, does that not break wood? Nope. And now the dude's just gonna respawn on me. Nope, yep. So anyways, then I had to go to my third school, which was actually a uniform charter school. And although I hated the uniforms, it wasn't like the suit and tie kind of uniforms like you'll see in Harry Potter and stuff like that. It was actually like, you had to wear like pants out of a certain material. It had to be either like, it had to be like khakis colored or like navy blue colored. And then you also had to wear like a polo shirt of the same material but like made in a different way. And it had to have like the collar at the top. It was really uncomfortable. But like all the teachers there were amazing. Like you'd think that like based on what you see in shows that like charter school teachers will be like evil people that hate you. But no, these teachers were like the best. The principal, he's the kind of, like, not my principal last year that got rid of phones for everyone. No, he was awful. But this principal, he's the kind where you would go around and high five him, you know? He was like that. Gosh, not even he can bridge. What is my life? I thought he could speed bridge so easily. Anyways. Oh, and then they're like, for some reason, all of the science teachers came from, like, completely different bloodlines and families. Meanwhile, they all had the exact same facial features. I don't know how. Maybe it's some, like, science teacher psychic thing or something. But, they all had, like, the exact same facial features. And same with, like, a lot of the English teachers, too. I don't know, it was, like, some constant. But, like, all of the teachers were just completely nice and amazing. It was the best. Give me that. Yes, yes, yes. Here we go. And now I have better armor. I was gonna say armor, but I already have armor. Let's do that. Oh wait, actually I could. I need 10 iron ingots. But like everyone there was amazing. Like half of the students were amazing, but then the other half, because like the school was amazing, everyone learned well there, and so many parents had like children like me, and they'd be like, "Oh gosh, he's an awful little brat. How do I get him to behave?" And then they'd see this school and be like, "Okay, let's do that." So all of the nice kids, so there were like all the people that were like going there, like started there. All from young ages, they were like already, it had turned them nice, you know. So there was nice people, but then all of the bullies were also sent there, and it didn't help because lots of bullies in one place, it's a recipe for disaster. So yeah. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Yeah, so the students were like absolute disasters, but the teachers, absolute chads. Oh no. They killed each other. Oh no. Don't try it. I swear. Okay, we're gonna have to. They're stealing our stuff. They're going to our island to, like, steal our stuff. There we go. Alright. We just need to get them all away from their own island. So anyways. Oh gosh. Sorry, I'm so tired. My brain dead. Then... And I also actually went to middle school at the same place, and it wasn't, like, different at all. Oh, I don't have any more fireballs. Where did my teammate just go? It says there's 2 of them. Oh no. If he dies, then I die. I always rely solely off of my teammates and never off of my actual self. How is he so good at that? Then again, he does have a cape that looks rare. So, I'm just gonna trust in his cape. Oh no. Weak little silverfish. No! Wait, the silverfish weren't weak. The silverfish actually killed me. Oh my gosh. So anyways, we, or I guess. I went to middle school at the same place because they had an elementary school and a middle school, and they're trying to get a high school built, which, like, we keep saying that we don't want that to happen and we don't want to go there, but in reality, it's like, I bet that we all love it because it's like, it's the most amazing staff. So yeah. So not anything to say about what's it called? Middle school, I guess. Oh wait, I forgot. Before I even went to middle school though, there was like COVID came when I was in like 4th grade. So like half of 4th grade we had to do at home through a computer screen. In 5th grade, I was just homeschooled. Because there were like those weird plastic things on your desk, like those plastic screens that you can barely even hear the teacher, you know. Amazing. Perfect for people with ADHD like me. And then the next year I was homeschooled most of the year, but then my mom was like, okay, I can't take it, and neither could us kids. It was just impossible. So then we went to, or I guess I went to 6th grade. My siblings went to different grades, obviously, but I did it at like a normal school, you know, like a district school, where they actually did not, where like 6th grade was, where 6th grade was like still elementary school. Ah, that was supposed to be my kill. So anyways, that happened, then I went to high school, or no, I went to middle school and then high school, yeah. Let me see, how long has this video been running? It's about half an hour. I guess I still have time for my freshman year. I mean, it's just freshman year. In my freshman year of high school, it was like, oh gosh, I think I've talked about a lot of it, but like, it was actually pretty difficult, because like, before that, I was like, within like the top 5 smartest kids in the school. I was like unstoppable. But then all of a sudden I'm in high school, and it's like, everyone else that used to be stupid is now just like smart all of a sudden, like 1,000 IQ. And I'm here and I can like barely grasp this stuff, I don't know. Like everything just immediately changed. No, what was that? How is this dude still running? Yes, we win. Oh gosh. Anyway, so like for freshman year, it was like easy in some ways, but like impossible in every other way. You know, if that makes sense. It probably doesn't, to be honest. But like, it was easy because like it's like amazing lunch, you get to have your phones out, or at least you did for half the year before my awful principal made that rule for the entire state. And like, oh gosh. Like a lot of the classes were pretty easy. Like I had a study skills class where I could just sit there, and it was super easy to get away with being on my phone. Hopefully, saying that to the public doesn't bounce back at me because it's like illegal. But and then like I also, I always forget all of the classes that I had. But like, wait, did they already get all of the beds that quickly? So like, oh gosh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to like hurry this all up, but it's not exactly working. Like, there were a lot of easy parts, but also a lot of hard parts. Like, one thing that was like hard about like middle school and elementary school, it was, oh gosh, okay, phew. I thought they got my ingots for a sec. But like, there were just a few lunch lines where it was that same thing every day. It was amazing. I got to have pizza literally every single day. And it was like both easy and hard to walk through the halls, because like the halls were bigger, more spacious and stuff, but like to walk through it was just impossible because there were so many people. And in fact, my year at that school, like all the people in the same school year as me, had the most ever in that county. So like all of the high schools were like just blown up the moment that we got there. It was amazing to see them suffer. They're like, you think you'll survive this? We'll break you down. No, we broke so many teachers. I'm pretty sure quite a lot of them quit because of our school year, which is awful, but like, it just shows how powerful we are. So, I don't know, high school, it's like, it's like easy and hard. It's like, and like the PE classes too. I had PE last year, and it's like, it was kind of easy. It was like we would still do like games, but like nothing like the warm-ups were like pretty easy, and then we just like go and play like, I think the different games were like tennis, badminton, anything like that, and volleyball. And then we also did like this, like I'm not much of a football fan usually, but this kind of football was actually pretty fun. It was like sideline football, and it was pretty fun. It's like where you can't even get out. But like it was pretty fun. And like the only thing that I hated really about it was like the pacer test, because like once in every semester of it you'd have to do the pacer test where you have to like go 20 meters and back, but like it progressively gets quicker and it just kills your legs. Like I'm good at running, but this was just torture, absolute torture. So it really does put your speed to the test. Okay, are we only gonna go to these islands? Are we allowed to go to mid? What's going on here? I don't know if I have enough blocks. Okay, I did. Wait, blue still has their bed? Weren't they just getting rushed by red? Oh wait, I have to hurry. They're building a new bed defense. Nope, there we go. That's better. Yay. I'm rich. So... Oh gosh, what was I talking about last? Oh, it was like the PE, yeah, it was like that. I've always hated language arts, so I obviously failed at that. Like, I like reading, but like, language arts, no. Never. Stay away. Get away. You know, it's like... I don't like it. The math was like, I guess I did take honors math, so like, oh my gosh, this is why we gotta be a bit more consistent, or whatever I was gonna say. Oh, but we got their bed too. Oh no, that says green bed still. I thought that said their bed. And again, I guess their bed is red, and I thought it said blue bed. It said green. Oh my gosh, I swear, if that replaces itself one more time. I'm just. What? What do you mean? What? Now hold on a second. That dude was across the map. Anyways, there was also the geography, which is actually pretty easy and kind of fun because I was there with my friend. But then I had like no classes with friends after that. I also did. I took web development, which means I know how to like code websites. Very crabbily though. And I did put up a website once, but it was like stupid, so I took it down. But like, yeah, I've made a website before, and I know how to. Well, there's like still a lot of stuff that I suck at, and then I also like took digital media for the sole purpose of learning how to Photoshop, so that I can do some evil stuff with that, you know. Absolutely make the world as awful as it can be. And we had to like, do certain stuff for like Photoshop class. Like we had to like Photoshop ourselves into a news image. So I got a news image of somebody of like this house on fire, and I just put myself there. And then I edited a lighter into my hand, and I'm just holding out and grinning at the news camera. It was awful. And then like I also did this other one where it was like, we had to like put ourselves into a cartoon. So I found a picture from The Simpsons where they're just having breakfast at the table, and I just photoshopped me just peeking into their window all ominously. It was amazing. And obviously for my amazing work I got an A+, you know. So that was pretty fun, I guess. I did take sign language, and it was a lot better than this at this current school, because like this current school, they're not doing the correct sign language, I swear. I don't know, maybe I was learning the wrong kind, but like I've looked it up even. So they must be doing it wrong, because you know, I'm like the smartest person in the world. No, that's not ideal. Dude, you already got our bed. Okay, yeah, I suck at doing that. Anyways. Yeah, so that's my previous school experience. Is there a wall there? There is. And this is my buddy Slave. Slave, come to the outro with me. Slave, stay. Oh my gosh, no, my slave. So anyways, that's my previous school experience. Why is Slave not with me? That's my previous school experience. Slave, stay still. That's my previous school experience. Torture, you know, and I was a torturer for a while. I guess I am still pretty much like a demon, you know, an absolute demon, but like, I think I've matured a little bit, but then again, I'm not inclined to resign to maturity, so, oh gosh, that's what they were talking about. I saw these people on Discord talking about getting stuck in this spot. Luckily, I have Titan rank. But anyways, yeah, that's my school experience. Make sure to dislike and unsubscribe, because, you know, that's bad for you if you do that. It's good for me, but, like, bad for you. And, like, you know, YouTube tells me that, like, I don't know, like 30-ish% of my viewers are subscribed, so if all of you would consider clicking the unsubscribe button, that would actually be really amazing, because then I would have less subscribers, and that's the goal, you know, to get to like 0 or even better, -1 million. That's the goal. Also, today's Friday, so I will be live tomorrow on Saturday, if everything goes to plan. So he said, I'm new.
No, just kidding. I'm not gonna say that. Yeah, we know.
Oh gosh, that's awful. I will be live though, probably just playing on Nether games, and then maybe even on. Oh gosh, I hate that ambient noise. Maybe even on what's it called, the special place thingy, that SMP. Oh gosh, slave just tried to drag me to the floor. So make sure to not tune in for that, and if you do tune in, then don't like it or like subscribe while watching it, and especially don't donate to me. Bye.